Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode. Every episode, I invite you to tune in while I host a different guest to share their experience working in the music industry. Today, we will be discussing the business of artist relations. My name is Sydney, and this is the setup. Corey is part of the pro audio team, and that means he builds relationships with artists and their team to provide the best equipment for their performances. Once you develop those partnerships with the artists and their teams, how do those partnerships work?
I'm going to provide gear and you're going to provide assets. Let's call it a social media post, a video, some sort of content. We started doing this thing called Made with Motive. We go to some coffee house that wasn't quite finished being built yet, and we did a recording session with Shaky Graves, and that was really cool. And then we'd end up in some guy's apartment that has a beautiful grand piano, and we'd bring another band in there and we'd have them, do a session there. We'd do one at Shure, we'd do one in an alley or a parking lot or a haunted theater. And they were just another way for the fans, fans first and foremost, to see the artist performing. And we did a really cool thing with I mentioned the haunted theater. There's a theater above the Metro called the Top Note. You can actually Google it. People have died in that theater. But we decided to do B. Miller up there. It's a cool place, and I love those guys. I love that entire place. And I remember B had some friends there, and they're sitting in the chairs. There were actually like theater chairs there. And B's on stage with her drummer who was playing guitar and her other guitar player, and they did one of her songs. And her friends just sat there like with these gaping stares like, did you just rehearse that? Or did you do this before? And she's like, no. So it's like, whoa, okay, that was cool. Those are your friends. So they really dug it. Cool, and it was really cool to be a part of that. And it was really cool because the artists actually liked it. They're like, whoa, is that all you're going to use? Can I hear this afterwards? And you give them headphones and they'd put on and be like, oh my God, that sounds really good. I can't believe it. So it was really, really fun to be a part of that. And we did a lot of those. If there's a bigger project, like a tour profile, then we'll actually bring our video team out, and those are the ones that we'll actually travel for. So we'll do stuff like we did one with Iron Maiden, and I remember we sat down for breakfast one morning with one of the managers and one of the guys who was going to be taking over as the monitor engineer. I remember talking about their big tour and they need new gear, and I said, okay, I'm looking at this list. I go, okay, I can do all this, but I need this. They're kind of like, really? You do all that and we could get, and then you just want this? I said, that's all I want. What else can I possibly get? You guys are a globally huge band. I'm not gonna help you anymore. You don't need me, but I'd like to get some cool content out of it. But Iron Maiden only rehearses once the entire tour. There's no sound check. This is the day this happens. This is it. So we're like, okay. And we had this thing where like we wanted to get some content from them. And like, well, you got to come down to Florida. That's the day. You're never going to see them on stage before a show ever again. Why not? And I had to ask that question to lead singer Bruce, and I got the answer, which was actually kind of funny. They don't want to fight. They don't want anybody to nitpick about how a song sounds. They don't want to change a set list. They don't want to add a new song. And here we are in this arena in Florida, 10 of us, and that includes the crew and the wives. And we got to watch the entire Iron Maiden show for 3 hours. I'm talking the bulls, the airplane, the costume changes for 3 hours. But that was their rehearsal. That was their dress rehearsal. And that was it. When that was over, done. Won't see you till showtime. So we got all this crazy B-roll. And we got to interview Nico on the drums. And we got to interview some of the techs, and we got to interview Bruce, and it was so much fun. It was like 2 days of filming, and then months later from back and forth edits, your project comes to life. We have found that instead of sitting this artist down for 30 minutes and doing an interview, grab him in a hallway. Give me 5 minutes. Give me 10 minutes tops. Let's talk. Mush all this stuff together, and it becomes this cool, profile video with some music playing and some B-roll and some cool shots. It's all on how you present the package, I guess, right?
Yeah, and you guys got that going for you. Like, I've seen some of your programs and they really are amazing. Do you have any tips of the trade?
You got to have personality. because you're going to have to talk to a bunch of different people, and you're probably going to have to be by yourself a lot, and you're going to have to walk into a room and say, "Hey, how you doing?" Not as a salesman, but as just somebody who's there to help, to really kind of, be welcoming. And you're going to meet all types of different people that aren't going to be as receptive to that. The artist relations manager is not just the guy who's going to go to the show and hang out on the bus and give out free gear. The artist relations manager is going to have to be accountable. They're going to want to see what their investment of free gear has equated to. The last thing I would say is you need to be technical. And I think now more than ever, being somebody who can train, troubleshoot, and that's another thing that I convey to my team is like, look, this job doesn't end, at 5 o'clock on a Friday. It's going to happen on Saturday. It's going to happen on Sunday.
That is all really, really great stuff. It was a pleasure having you, Corey. If you like what you hear, please give me a follow or subscribe to stay up to date on all the new episodes I will be rolling out on the Setup podcast. Once again, my name is Sydney, and this was The Setup. See you later, guys.